Welcome to the Good Place Marionville podcast, dedicated to highlighting the good in Marionville, Missouri.
Today's episode will continue our commitment to showcasing the goodness in Marionville, uniting our community through shared stories of hope and optimism. So let's cover some of the good this week.
And by the way, we've missed you the last couple of weeks. Where were you guys? Oh yeah, we were on vacation, but just wanted to say, hey, we're back. School's in. We're excited to be here. Missouri Good Neighbor Week, signed into law in 2022, kicks in September 28th through October 4th. Stay tuned to the Good Place Marionville podcast for some ideas on how you could serve your neighbors during that week in a special way. Or you can look it up online, MissouriGoodNeighborWeek.com, MissouriGoodNeighborWeek.com.
You know, under city updates, one of the big things that has just rolled out is
huge.
The new texting system. And if you've already signed up, today you got a text about garbage is running as usual on Monday, the holiday. So did I get that right, Jim? Garbage is running as usual. You got one, right? You haven't signed up yet?
I haven't signed up yet.
Okay, so let me tell you how to
do that for me.
Let me tell you how to do it, everybody. If you have not already, I would say the easiest way is to go to Marionville, Missouri, MO.com. So our city website. On there, there's a little widget. You just enter your phone number and you get signed up. Piece of cake. But you can also text to the phone number 91896, the word Marionville, and that will get you subscribed. And there's one more way. You can
text Marionville to 91896. That's Marionville to 91896.
Thanks, Jim. You're going to sell Ronco.
I was working on that. Text Marionville to 91896.
Okay, or you can text to the phone number 417-258-8631, and you just type in the word hi. And that will get you enrolled as well. I'll put all that in the show notes. Don't worry about it. But if you go to the city website, honestly, the easiest way to just add it in the widget. And that system is going to be used to send out notifications to the citizens like garbage is going to run on Monday during the holidays, so get your trash can out there early. Or you will also be able to text to the number. Say you see there's a stray dog, or you see somebody pulling an ear of corn off of our corn stalk in front of Central Place.
They didn't just pull the ear of corn out; they pulled the whole corn stalk out of the ground.
But don't text the city for that.
That's not good news.
It's not good news. It's very sad.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the texting service. It's going to be great for the community. So great way to get involved. Help other people get signed up. It's super easy.
Hey, big news. Why we changed the background today for Good Place Marionville to the Comets, because the football season is ready to roll. It travels to Stockton for week 1, a tough test for the first game of the season. Braden Bella and Angel Cazeta were recognized on the cover of the Ozark Pigskin Preview. That's big news.
Great job. And volleyball is going to travel to Verona on Saturday to open up the season with the tournament.
Graduation location was announced.
Drum roll.
We're talking school just started. They're talking graduation. Seniors, do not get into the senior slump week 1. It will be in the high school gym on May the 4th, but you still have 9 months of school ahead of you.
They have a long way to go to get there. Speaking of the seniors, the senior class of 2025, all of their voting is in, and the elections results are: President is Abby Carlton, Vice President Anna Bright, and Secretary is Braden Batchman. And great job to all of you. Looking forward to a great year.
And thank you, Greg Hopkins, keeping us up to date on what's going on in the high school.
How about first responder news, Jim?
So Sparky, the new mascot, will be joining us for the Applefest this year. Many of you who were part of the backpack packing program over at First Baptist in the middle of the month got to meet Sparky for the very first time here in town. Sparky will be joining us at many of our community events and really just represents to remind you that we do have an all-volunteer fire department. We'll be talking about that later. And Sparky is our mascot. Very exciting. All right. Now, one thing I really want to bring up is that I don't know about you, but this is a phenomenal community, and I love this community. And as the chaplain of the fire department, sometimes I need some extra help. Sometimes some families in town have had some major issues going on in their life, and I need some backup. When we've been out there as the fire department to help somebody, I need a team of people, let's call them the emergency fire department response chaplain team, maybe, to go out and follow up and just make sure that the family the next day is doing okay. If you'd be interested in that, please email me Jim@iworkforhim.com, Jim@iwork4him.com. That's my Chaplain email address. Or you can always email us at GoodPlaceMarionville@hotmail.com.
And don't worry, I will put that email address in the show notes as well.
And also in the first responder news, super exciting. We had a great medical training night last night where we learned how to take care of any football players anywhere in the county that may get injured. But really, it was really about how do we as a department grow? We need you as a volunteer. Please get an application at the City Hall. We can use people of any age, 18 and older. We need your help.
That's awesome. Way to go, Chaplain Jim. All right, in business news, big deal happening tomorrow. The Marionville Pharmacy has, most of you have heard the big news, but tomorrow, Friday, August 30th, from 5 to 8 p.m. in the pharmacy parking lot, the community is all invited to wish pharmacist John a happy retirement and to celebrate his years of contributions to the community. I know I've heard from so many of you what he has helped you with over the years and just what a great person he has been in the community. You're also going to get to meet the new owner, Steve McClanahan, and the new pharmacist, Sadie Duggar. So this is a great time to come out and celebrate, meet new people, say thank you to John for his service, and also get some hot dogs, cookies, chips, and drinks.
All right, a big shout out to the Bank of Billings. Boy, have they had a big week and a half since they did their complete technology conversion. Many of you know that already. Technology is ever changing in the banking world, and that's why the Bank of Billings is working hard to update their offerings with better online banking, mobile banking, and updated ATMs, which everybody knows what that is. How about ITMs, where you can interact with the teller down the road? They've just completed a big conversion to Jack Henry, a nice local software company out of Monette, and we hear that the customers can come into the bank for any help they may need activating new cards, etc. Just remember, they're a member FDIC, an equal housing lender, and they're just really great people.
In other business news, right here at Central Place, we do have an office for rent. So if you know someone who gets to choose where they want to work and they don't want to work at their kitchen table or spend gas to go to an office somewhere else, let them know that we have an office for rent right here at Central Place. You can send a message to us on Facebook or email GoodPlaceMarionville@hotmail.com.
Just remember that every second Thursday of every month, we host the Marionville Business Connect meeting here at Central Place, downtown Marionville, from 4 to 5. If you're doing business in Marionville, you're welcome to join us. Join us together as we're helping to shape the business culture in our great town.
Alrighty, in other news around town, there has been some special painting going on. You will spot white squirrels on the road. And don't worry, there's no fine for driving over these. But I just want to thank you to everyone who's painted these fun little critters around town as we continue to celebrate one of the things that Marionville is really known for, and that's the white squirrels.
All right, September 10th, we're going to begin an 8-week study at Central Place called Identity and Destiny. Finding your God-given purpose. Tuesday nights from 6:30 to 8. Together, we're going to gain clarity, focus, and direction for our lives. If you're interested in participating, send an email or want to just ask some questions, just email us at goodplacemarionville@hotmail.com. We're limited to 20 people. We'd love to have you join us. If you're really looking to find out who did God create you to be, what did he create you to be doing, you want to check this out. Identity and Destiny right here at Central Place.
In other news around town, October 12th, at the Pickleball Warehouse from 10 until 2, the Ministerial Alliance is hosting what's called the City of Hope community event. There's going to be free food and fun, free haircuts, music, a kids zone, giveaways, antique cars, and vintage tractors, just to name a few of the things. And let's just all together raise awareness for this event and help them to make it a success.
Well, next weekend, the Lions Club here in Marionville, that's where we have a Lions Club here in Marionville.
Yes.
Been around for 70 years. They're hosting their 17th annual golf tournament next Saturday, the 7th of September. The teams are already pretty full, but there's room for more sponsors if you want to get your business in front of 54 golfers down at Indian Creek. I believe I said that right. Did I say that right?
Yeah, I'm going to have to check my address.
Oh, no. Just call Aaron Head if you're interested in being a sponsor. He works at the Bank of Billings, our great sponsor of the Good Place Marionville podcast. Call Aaron, 417-229-4082, or email marionvillelions@gmail.com to learn more. They have a longest drive contest, the closest to the pin contest, a hole-in-one contest, where you could win $5,000 and give $5,000 to the Care to Learn Fund.
Wow.
Let's be generous. This is a fundraiser that helps our community, helps take care of eyes, and helps take care of Care to Learn. All right. Is that it?
Man, I feel like there's so much more that's been happening around town, but remember to let us know about it. But I think it's time to wrap up, Jim.
Well, and I think it's important to note that we've got lots of new apples with numbers all over downtown because Applefest is only 3 weeks away.
And actually, I'm glad you brought that up.
I'm glad I brought it up.
The booklets have been distributed around town, so you can pick them up and start to get familiar with people that have advertised and sponsored, what the schedule is. We have the beauty contest coming up, the beauty pageant, and there's so much happening that weekend. Get your booklet, and it is beautiful. It is the 35th annual Applefest.
And before we close, there was some sad news today in town, but it's also an opportunity for many of you. Many of you have already heard by now that the Apple Market will be closing, and everything in the store must go, which is an opportunity for all of you who are looking to stock up for the winter. So head on down to Apple Market and get yourself some deals on some food. Thank all of the great employees that work there for working so hard. And let's pray that we can get another grocery store back in town. It's time to wrap up today's episode of the Good Place Marionville podcast. As you can tell, this is a great platform for you to highlight your local business while showing support for the good happening right here in town. Consider becoming a sponsor by contacting us at goodplacemarionville@hotmail.com. There are super many opportunities. Wow, that's really great. There's a great deal of many opportunities on how to sponsor this great podcast.
And I just want to thank each one of you that contributed good news to this week's episode.
What are some of those names?
Greg Hopkins.
Valerie Robbins.
Yes. And so many. I can't think of them all right now, but thank you. We gave credit to some. So thank you so much for contributing. And it really is easy to report. Just send an email to goodplacemarionville@hotmail.com or call the number that I'll have in the show notes.
Thanks for joining us on the Good Place Marionville podcast. Keep your eyes out for the good, and together we can celebrate Marionville.